Hey everybody! My son turned 13 today, my son Rex. So I figured I'd do a video because it's been a strange day. Standing out by my fence I built. Stained it today. Took me all freaking day. I built it and it looked good, but it just needed some stains. So I put, oh my gosh, it's 440 feet long. And I think it took me 5 or 6 5-gallon things of stains, so it was some work. But anyway, the reason I wanted to do this video is because, like I said, my son turned 13 today, and it was kind of an emotional day because he's a teenager, you know. And you always see your kids as little youngsters, and I was thinking about gifts. You know, he's all into computers and gaming. He's building a computer, so we've got him stuff for that. But, you know, I think the biggest thing that we overlook is the gift of health to our family. You know, when I was big, I could still do stuff. I could coach wrestling, and I was pretty active. So I thought, oh, I'm all right. You know, my family loves me. I can do what I want. And, you know, I bought into it. But now that I've gotten healthy, you know, things have changed. You know, I can do stuff with my son. My son and I have been wrestling and doing things like that, and just working and getting stuff done around the house. I mean, since this whole quarantine thing came, we've built the fence, and I'll show you kind of a view of our yard. But, you know, done stuff for Susie. We re-roofed the house, built some pergolas, things like that we've been putting off because I couldn't do it. You know, I'd be too tired. I'd get home from work and I'd be tired, or I didn't go, you know, have work and I was still tired. So, you know, it's really changed things. And that giving that gift to your family is just, it's huge, you know, and it gets overlooked. And I think it's important, if you're thinking about having the surgery, or if you have had it, to think about what you want to do and what you want to be. Because before I had the surgery, I was just kind of like, oh, it'll be great, I'll lose some weight and I'll feel better. But I mean, it's just changed my life so much, and I put it off because I was embarrassed. You know, I felt like doing the surgery was the easy way out. And I wrestled for Iowa. I won the Biggest Loser. I should be able to do this on my own, but you know what? I couldn't, and I didn't. And doing the surgery helped so much. You know, it got me on track. And I was just talking to someone. It was actually a guy that I coached when he was in high school. He's having the surgery, or just had it. And he's like telling me about it, you know, and how things are going. And, you know, I'm a proponent of it. I think it's a great option if you can do it, because so many times we've tried and failed. We just get beat up and beat down. And we find like, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. This is my life. And it doesn't have to be. And I'll tell you what, those people who are like, oh, you're taking the easy way out, and that's a shortcut, and, you know, enjoy the honeymoon and this and that, you know, you have to make changes as well, especially in your mind, you know, and how you see yourself and how you view yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to go back. I know that I'm going to go back. And one of the things I've struggled with lately is I've gotten too skinny. And it's easy when you lose weight and thin out to mistake that for being healthy. You know, so I actually, Susie just got me a new protein powder, because after you have the surgery, you're on protein shakes, and they all taste so gross after a while. You just don't want them. But now I've been doing so much active work that I have to figure out a way to get calories in. And it's drinking these shakes. And I found one, private message me. I'm not a big fan of like, hey, this is the way to go. But it tastes good. It doesn't leave that nasty aftertaste. But I know I need to get the calories in, because I'm lifting weights, I'm wrestling, I'm working, I'm doing a lot. And I need to have those so that I don't get skinnier, which sounds ridiculous, because I think if you go into the surgery, I can't wait to see how small I'm going to get. There's some drawbacks, you know, and one of them is you got to take your vitamins. You know, I take Centrum vitamins after I just said I'm not going to plug anything. But if you don't, your hair starts to thin out. I'm not too bad. I'm not losing a lot of hair. It's turning gray, obviously. But, you know, I've been lucky, and Susie really helped me with that, because she's a hairdresser, and she's like, yeah, get your vitamins. You know, so if you just go and cold turkey and don't take your vitamins and don't get the nutrition that you can, bad things will happen. You know, you guys, I know my story about getting kidney stones and, you know, some of that stuff. But so far, the worst side effect for me, I got the kidney stones, which were brutal. But I think it's probably the skin. which isn't that big of a deal. I don't know. I'm going to show you. You ready? All right. So I got the biff. You guys know what a biff is? Butt in front. See that? Kind of skin there, but and a little bit under here and my arms. I separated my shoulder in wrestling this year, and I didn't get it fixed, so probably should do that sometime. But you know, I've actually heard people say that they don't want to do the surgery because of the skin. Hey, that's a small price. You know, you deal with it. It tucks into your pants, and not that big of a deal. So just you know, it's a little weird, but I'm not gonna go pay to have the skin taken off. It's not affecting me that bad. Sometimes it's a little embarrassing when it like slaps together when you run or something, but you know what? At least you can do it now, right? I mean, think about that. You can look at the negatives of everything. You know, oh, it costs too much, it takes too long, it's too hard, I can't afford the food. I'll tell you what, if you're worried about being able to afford like protein powders and stuff like that, I'd venture to say I probably was spending close to $200 a week going out to eat, and I don't do that anymore. I got some sushi today, sashimi, and that was like a treat. But you don't go out, you don't do that because it's a waste of money, you know. And you have to make your priorities. You know, if the surgery is something you want to do, and you're like, well, I got to wait till I get a job that has insurance that pays for it, or my insurance won't pay for it, or they want me to do this and that. Do it. You know, do what the insurance company's asking of you. Go through the steps. It might take a little bit before you get in there and do it. And if you can't afford it, you know, stop eating out and put your money away. You know, it's tough right now with these times. I'll tell you what, I've been out of job since December. I started a new job there next week. Got to go buy new clothes because I had to get rid of all mine. The last time I was working, I was almost 200 pounds heavier. You know, and I'm excited about that. That was something else that I talked to someone this week about, is get rid of your clothes as you grow out of them. You know, you have to embrace the new you and be excited about it. And I just feel like holding on to that old stuff, it just gives you, like, well, you know, this is where I used to keep one thing or something like that. But you know how big you were. You don't have to have a reminder hanging in your closet of a bunch of stuff. So donate it to someone, give it away. I was able to give all my suits away to people that could use them. And now I'm going to go get new stuff. And I'm excited about that because I've earned it. You know, I've done what I needed to do. I'm where I want to be weight-wise. I want to get back, build some muscle back up so I'm strong. But, you know, my waist size is where I want it, and that's what I'm going off of. Everybody's asking, like, well, what do you weigh? How much have you lost? I don't get on the scale that much. I go off how my clothes are fitting. You know, I wear 28-inch pants. When I went for surgery, I think it was 44 or 46, something like that. So I know if my pants start to get snug again, I got to get back on track. But it's one of those things that your life changes so much that you want that. You're excited for that. You're excited to work out. You're excited to, you know, eat good food. And the side effect, you know, if you eat too much, you're going to get sick. You know, so when you start to feel that full feeling that you've overridden for so many years, you got to listen and stop, or you're going to get uncomfortable. You know, so sorry for the pacing and the bad camera work, but you know, I felt like getting on. Like I said, with Rex's birthday, I think the best thing I could have done for him was to do this surgery and be where I'm at now, because it's going to change his life too. You know, it has already with the being active and going camping and being able to go for a hike and going for a bike ride and doing all these things that before I would do them, but I was miserable and I'd get myself all worked up because I was embarrassed. And now it's like, let's go. I'll keep up with you. You keep up with me. So anyway, well, I hope everybody's doing good. I appreciate the comments, and especially you guys that, you know, are thinking about doing the surgery and are seeing these videos and you're like, I feel like this is the way to go. Hey, send me a message. I'll try and get back to you. I got a couple to return tonight, but it's worth it. And I wish I would have done it a long time ago. So have an awesome night. We will talk to you later.